Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just a minute ago, the police officers, I'm going to step to the side so you can hear this. You can see the police officers in riot gear right there at the entrance to the Omni Hotel. I believe that's the parking garage. A police officer did tell me that there were shots fired, that someone was shot. She could not tell me who that was. However, when my photographer and I, Eric, were up there right where those police officers are, there were bicycle cops around a place that had blood on the sidewalk. The person was not there, to my knowledge, so I cannot tell you who that is. Now, just a moment ago, the officers and the rioters were, turn over here, Eric, I want to show you. We have a gentleman right here who's trying to bust into a jewelry store, and he just broke into the jewelry store. Right, we are, as you said, at the intersection of Trade and College. I want Eric to pan up here to the Omni Hotel. We're going to be back across the street. We were up here a little bit earlier. You can see this fire truck is going to go in front of us. Just walk this way, Eric. Eric, walk this way. Eric, walk this way. I want you to see the police in riot gear up here protecting the Omni Hotel. Now, when we were walking up here the first time, I stopped and asked two police officers, was someone shot? She told me yes. And then I want to show you what we're walking up to right here. Earlier when I was here, don't get too close. Earlier when I was here, Eric, right there. When I was here, bicycle cops had this whole area surrounded. That is blood right there on the sidewalk. Show the officers. The officers they used tear gas a minute ago. It's kind of blown out of the way. But there was a huge crowd up here. And when they used the tear gas, the crowd dispersed. So now there's intermittent people. There's some rioters trying to break in stores across the street. And the police are staying right here. And I believe they're protecting this entrance to the Omni Hotel. And you can see right there, they're just standing in a line now. Before, it was rioters on this side. I can't stand in this. Eric, can you back up? Rioters on this side, police on that side, kicking back and forth smoke cans. And then, okay, looks like the police are regrouping right now. Yeah. And they're regrouping right now. Well, as I said, the crowd has dispersed. They moved on down the street, on down Trade Street. So this is the scene right here in front of the Omni Hotel at the corner of College and Trade. We are at the corner in the intersection of East Trade and College. There is a line of police in riot gear, probably thousands of protesters out here, basically taunting the police. The police are just staying in their line. You can hear their chants. Right here to my left, we have people on the ground. They're just laying there in protest. Excuse me, that's to my right. We have been in this position probably for about 15 minutes now. And again, this is in front of the Omni. This is in front of the Omni Hotel, where we have confirmed that there was someone shot. There is also, here are the people on the ground that are lying on the ground in protest.
WLTX, we unarmed.
You can see the police officers.
Ask them where the video at.
I want you to just take a look at this the shot right here that Eric has up for you. Again, we're on the corner on East Trade and College, and protesters are calling for the release of the video, as you can hear. And they're calling for no peace, no justice. No justice, no peace. So you can hear some of those calls. Eric is getting a tight shot on the people lying on the ground here in protest. And now he's showing you up above the police. They've blocked off this entire block of right in front of the Omni. You can see probably about 30 yards up there, there's another line of police in riot gear keeping the crowd away on that side. And I'm just going to let you listen to the crowd for just a minute. So far, things have not been terribly violent. You did see earlier some vandalism on a car, some vandalism in a store. We did see a scuffle on the sidewalk between protesters. And now there's just a lot of yelling, and everyone, of course, using their technology to Facebook Live or Periscope or whatever to document this event. And again, all this is in protest to the shooting yesterday. And of course, we are praying that this remains peaceful. We have had people speaking with police officers and yelling at them. The police officers have remained calm. And so far, the only thing that has happened up until now, other than the vandalism, is the tear gas that they put out to disperse. Now, a little bit earlier, they did make an announcement asking people to disperse peacefully. So we're hoping that this crowd, we are really right smack dab in the middle of this crowd. And you see the gentleman there holding his hands up, and that's the message I think the protesters are trying to send the police. Now, you do have the faction who are yelling profanities and things like that. But for the most part, people are here just standing in solidarity. And of course, using their right for free speech. Now again, there was an announcement earlier that the police they were asking everyone to disperse. We're going to move over to the left. You can see a lot of, about 20 minutes ago, a lot of people came from down College Street to join this group that was here. The majority of these people were not here for the tear gas earlier tonight. I don't get that sense. I get the sense that many of them are. However, I'm going to talk to some people here just to kind of get a gauge on that. I have not been able to talk to people about that type of thing, but I'm going to do that. But I tell you what, I really don't get the feeling that the majority of them are necessarily from here, but I'm going to find out for sure. Again, right now, there is another police announcement going on right now, but I can't tell exactly what they're saying. So, what you said is exactly true. It's almost like there's two factions out here, I just noticed. There is this gentleman walking around with a sign that says, "We are all one, all lives matter, we are all one." He is actually facing the protesters. I believe you saw our live shot of that just a minute ago. There's also a group of gentlemen basically walking back and forth between the police and the protesters. And then there was a group praying in the middle of the street here on Trade Street, and they started chanting love. And then a group of people from behind them actually started throwing items at the police. And so it's almost like there are two factions here. I talked to some people earlier, and I kind of did a poll of the crowd standing with us. And one of the four people that I asked where they were from told me that they were from Charlotte. So this is a mixed crowd. Again, I almost, like I said, I think it's almost a divided crowd. You know, people who are here to peacefully protest and then people who are here to cause problems. We are here on East Trade Street in downtown Charlotte, right in front of the Time Warner Cable Arena and the bus station. I'm going to move to the side and let Eric show you what's going on right now. The police have moved everyone back. We were up almost 2 blocks up the street there at the Omni Hotel, where we believe someone was shot. We don't know if that was the exact location of where that happened, but we do know someone else was shot tonight. Police have been moving people back all evening long. So what happens is the crowd goes up to the police line, someone gets aggressive, police take that person into custody and pull them behind the line. For the most part, it's kind of been an ebb and flow, peaceful, and then a few aggressors, peaceful, and then a few aggressors. We showed video earlier tonight of some vandalism that took place in a store. We witnessed some vandalism taking place. Police are making an announcement for everyone to move back right now, so we're moving back to get a little bit further away. They have been using tear gas tonight, They, as a matter of fact, we felt that when they did that, and there seem to be two factions out here: the people who are here for the people who are here for a peaceful protest, and the people who are here to agitate things. So we, of course, are praying for a peaceful night for everyone to go home and end this peacefully without any further violence. But again, police have kind of been moving everyone back throughout the evening, and that's what's happening right now. You can hear them over the loudspeaker moving us back. So we're going to move back as they are telling us. So for now, Mary Sturgill, News 19, WLTX.